this is an alpha flux. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Hello.
okay.
Alpha flux it is.
We've been getting a lot of that this time.
My beautiful quills.
Oh,
Well, but instead
well,
of
you
those,
get something exciting instead.
But at least now I can point out to everybody where the spider is.
but
However-
instead of that, you
Yeah, I
get,
really wish it had been frozen in place, though. I have plans.
It didn't, and that one expanded now, so there's no second try.
Yeah.
You get something interesting, I must say. You get static field, which
Static
gives you
field, that's
as a
kinda cool.
benefit an electrical aura, and whenever an enemy enters a square adjacent to you or ends its turn adjacent to you, it takes 15 electricity damage. Not bad at all.
Oh, I have a great idea, but I don't know if Akma's smart enough for it. Ross, what's your call?
I'm happy for you to use your great idea, but if you don't like me just saying yes, do it, then make a give me
All
1
right.
second to check
Here's
what
what I'm going
thing
to
to
do.
roll about, and
I'm going to reach a hand, unless Leica has anything left.
I was going to say, is there
A
anything
lot
else
of
you need to
things,
do?
basically a move action and a minor action, but
Yes.
and I think I would like to move closer to the spider
Come, okay.
things.
Okay.
Move next to me.
So-
Move next to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, that actually was a plan.
Perfect.
So I'm going to move towards the staircase, and I'm going to stop.
Give me 1 second to check how
If
ladders
Ogden
work.
doesn't tell me otherwise, I would stop right in front of him in C11.
Perfect. Okay, so here's my plan, because I go next. My plan is to scoop up Leica, courteously, to run to the corner just over the staircase, that's 2 squares, and leap onto that thing, and thereby zap it with her electrical field. And I believe I will have an attack too at the same time, because that's a full move for me. Maybe you will ask me to make an athletics check and I get no attack, but if I get an attack, then it's a seismic stomp.
So this is a running jump. There are rules for running jumps, so you have to give me a second to
Okay.
look those up. It
Hey,
does
if
involve
you got that
athletics checks, I
static
remember
field,
that.
we're making use of it. That's a robot.
I'm absolutely in there, so I'm absolutely activating this thing.
Uh-huh.
That's worth it. I love it.
Zzz.
Right. Okay. Movement.
Because that was your movement to move up, leaving you a minor action that you could have used to turn it on.
Yeah.
The static field, it's always on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Any always on? Okay.
Yeah, it's a benefit.
Whatever. I'm
Cool.
going to use it.
Even better.
I assume you still have to say you use it, don't you?
I think it's an effect rather than a.
Oh, okay.
From the sound of it.
Yeah, it's a benefit. So, and it only affects enemies,
Which is good because
really
I
good.
just grabbed her.
It will hopefully be close to me. Because I see this. I mean, I have this visual. And it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make it happen.
Okay,
You're not
so
using her like a human club.
No.
It's kind
Okay.
of bad,
It's
but yes.
it's an amusing thought, but I don't think I'd do it.
so you're moving 2 squares, jumping into space and trying to land on the thing.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so you need to make an athletics check.
Not a problem, because I have a glorious 15 plus 15 on my athletics check.
Whoa.
I roll an 18, giving me a 33.
Divide that by 5 and round down.
6.
That's the number of squares you can jump.
I believe I am well within that range. I would like to land directly in that vicinity that Leica has pointed me in. And
Cool.
since it's
So
just 4 squares, I don't really care about accuracy.
You and Laker are going to land in E16, then, I suppose, on top of it for a moment before we all decide how it happens when you try and land on top of a weird robot. I'll think about that in a moment. Right. So, let's deal with somebody being static electricity first. What does that do to this weird crystalline robot?
15 electricity damage.
Ooh,
I
15.
don't dare to overcharge it.
No,
Okay, 15 damage. So
that can be. There are worse things than that, for sure.
Yeah,
on,
but
but-
it would have to be my turn, and it's
No,
suddenly
no,
your
it's-
turn.
No, I'm great
So-
on the 15 damage.
I'd hate to ruin everyone's party, but it says that it takes damage when it enters a square adjacent to you or ends its turn
Oh, it's
adjacent to you.
Oh,
Well,
come
yes, then-
on.
I think we will make the exception that somebody has moved and now there is a static field affecting it. I'm not going to be precious about that one. But
And besides, it wasn't Leica who moved.
that's oh god, the rules about forced movement and how that affects powers are horrible. So we won't go into that. Right. So Ron, you have done your big running jump, and I believe you also wanted to use this to make some sort of attack.
If I actually am permitted an attack, if that was just a move, then I am all for it.
I'm assuming that picking up Laker probably just took a minor action. so-
Minor action, move, attack, if allowed.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I'm going to
Okay.
make a falling attack. I'm going to deal falling damage to people in a minute, but yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, while I flutter all of my papers, seismic stomp is +7. I don't know if in the circumstances the concealment applies.
Let's say in order to stomp on it probably does apply to you because you knew vaguely where it was, but not accurately. So actually hit it with your stomp. As opposed to
Oh, I
whatever else
failed
might
to
happen.
damage it. I get a whole. Well, my roll, because I'm confused about all the penalties, is quite wretched, and so I get a 10 total.
Okay. In that case, yes, that's not enough hitting. So
I blow a hole in the floor, I assume.
something horrible will happen to the floor once you hit it.
Ooh,
So
ooh,
you
ooh.
were obviously trying to
Yes.
land on top of him, and static electricity has done nasty things to it. And you two were falling through space since you obviously jumped into midair. You are. It's not a huge drop.
Is there an athletics check to avoid damage? Or acrobatics, perhaps?
So it would normally be acrobatics. You theory have to be trained, but I'm going to let you make checks anyway. You can't catch up on anything because there's nothing there to catch. So yes, you would take 1d10 of damage and end up prone on the floor next to it. But if you can make a acrobatics check, I will check what acrobatics check is supposed to do in this context.
I I got a 15 total on acrobatics.
Ooh, and I only got a 5. Oh, well. So that's a d10 damage for me.
Wait a second. Reduce falling damage.
Yeah, that's because you are below me.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Yeah, you just jump off my head as just before we hit or something like that.
Okay, cool. So,
Okay.
really odd rule. So, what were your rolls again?
5 total.
Okay.
15 total.
Okay, so divide those down. Divide those in half and round down.
2.
7.
Cool. And then roll your d10 damage that you are going to take from falling on the floor. And take that number away, and that is how much you don't
Oh,
take out.
so I only take 2, and this is physical damage, right?
Yes.
Then I take nothing.
Okay.
Wait, say again.
That's-
I take what
So-
I rolled.
Right, you
So
take
And-
7 and subtract it from the damage you roll.
So if you roll a d10, which
Yeah.
you're going to have to roll, and you're going to take 7 from the result, which could well be 0, and then you will take whatever's left over as damage, because you might be acrobatic enough to
So
land on
if
your
I
feet.
rolled a 2
You
and
take
I
no damage.
subtract my 7, I don't have damage.
Right.
No.
So the better
Good.
you roll on the acrobatics, the more damage you reduce. So
It's late.
yeah, no, it's
No, no.
also
That's
it's
all-
also quite fiddly, surprisingly.
Well, that's because I start keep looking in the player's handbook.
So
The
I'm really
rules that are
sorry,
in the world.
Okma. You are
Uh,
kind of softer than I imagined.
Well,
So
I've got my good side.
So the attack was good. The falling was even more fun. I am going to say that one of you is going to be in square D15 and one is in E15, having rolled off the top of this robot. And whichever one of you is in whichever one, let me know. And you're both obviously prone on the floor from jumping into midair.
I think I am maybe in E15, if that's okay for Okma.
Okay. And I'm in D15. Okay.
But I
Unless
like the
you
stunt.
did the
That was
other
cool
way.
and fun. I like the stunt. That was great. So,
I really
shall we?
love it.
Shall we call it a night there? 'Cause it's
I
bang on
think
9,
so.
Yes, please.
and that seems a good place to stop. So
Well, I am mighty disappointed about our mouse situation.
Yes, it's
Yes.
worrying me because I hope to find the missing parts to help you with your.
yeah,
No, there's probably a lot of parts around here if we can get
Yeah,
lucky enough. But
We should take this spidery robotry thing out so we can explore this place.
well, it may,
Mm.
it may include some parts as well.
I didn't say I wouldn't take it apart.
Here's
oh well, good luck with that.
If there's anything left to be taken apart when we are finished with it, that is.
I am curious about experience points from the glowy fellows.
Oh yes, sorry, I should remember those. Yes, give me 1 second. I'll have to look those up. Probably write them down, in fact. Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
I'm surprised this fellow doesn't have a whole flood of minions. Yeah.
Let them sleep.
There we go. Right. What did you kill? You killed 2 of them and 2 of them. You get, between the 3 of you, 450 experience points.
So wait, each of us
150.
Each of us gets
150.
150. Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So
Sorry, I should have remembered that at the end of the
no,
boss.
you can be assured that one or another player is going to be quite keen
Experience
regarding
points now.
the experience points.
Just out of curiosity, and since you asked, how close are you to whatever the next, I believe it's 2,000 is the next jump up.
2,000 is the next, and we are about 650 away from it.
Oh, right. So
Rounded. A little bit less.
a bit of a
How
jump.
many current XP should we be having?
1,364.
I think Ockman might have a bit more because he did a quest.
Yes, that's true. But he's the only one.
Yeah, I don't think I've advanced in my quest to find clues to the whereabouts of my scientist.
Oh, we followed footprints and everything. We've got to find
I'm
more
sure.
clues right around
Yes.
here. Let's vanquish this spindly thing. And you know what? I'm beginning to come to a conclusion. I don't think I'm much of a fan of art. I'm not. Akma has decided art is just not getting anybody anything good. Every artist we meet is a psycho.
Thank you so much,
Figure
Ron.
that out yourself now. I'm really happy.
I'm going to take that very personally, Ron.
Tazio, I must admit, I was speaking completely in Akma's frame of reference and failed to
I
realize
know.
what I was saying about you. But hey, if the shoe fits,
Artists are like, I can't say no, not entirely, not always.